question mark, dear friends. And here it was created, the same we have to come to our, and here we can say that there is no social monopoly on standard English. Monopoly, virtuoso, pakad. There was no social monopoly. We cannot say that those are the higher people, higher strata of the society, they speak the standard English. In the spoken English, the standard English is the not. It not has any kind of, does not have any social monopoly. Anybody can speak if you have got a good education, or you can say that it is concerned with the education. You can speak the standard English. But what is standard English? The question was stand up to. પણ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ ઇંગ્લિશ એ શું? ચલો આ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ ઇંગ્લિશ નથી, એવું તો આપણે સાબિત કર્યું કે ઉચ્ચ વર્ગના લોકો બોલે એ જ નહીં. કોઈ પણ વ્યક્તિ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ ઇંગ્લિશ ભણેલો ગણો બોલી શકે. પણ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ ઇંગ્લિશ એટલે શું? નાઉ ડિયર ફ્રેન્ડ્સ વી ડિસ્કસ. Because generally you can say that from we have tried to analysis for there was an English language, dear friend. You remember there are three. I asked the question. There are three periods, not English literature, my dear friends. Therefore, the Chaucer up to the postmodernism. I asked the question, discuss about the period of history of English language, not literature. English language as a three period: Old English period, Middle English period, and Modern English period. Up to the 16th century, it is called the Middle English period. And there was in the 16th century, you know about that, dear friend. In the last video, we discussed about the author of the book. I asked the question, in 1611, authorized the translation of the Bible from Hebrew language into the vernacular English language. Hebrew ભાષામાંથી vernacular બોલીમાં વપરાતી ભાષા અંગ્રેજીમાં એનું પ્રભાષણ થતું. It in the beginning, middle half of the 16th century, and before the end of the middle period. In the 16th century, before the end of the middle period, and beginning of the 16th century, or half of the 16th century, means the 50, there was a rapid changes occurring in the sounds and shapes of the vowels that used by the people in pronunciation the words. What happened then? There was a because during the 14th century, Geoffrey Chaucer started to write down in English literature. Gradually, 15th century, yes, university wits, Shakespearean dramatist, Ben Jonson, and that up to the Shakespeare time, there was many change in English language, and there was generally the literature produced in a, we can say that English, regional English language, or in the, we can say that they are separate the English language. That was in the end of the Middle Age and beginning of the 16th century. There was a rapid, jerky परिवर्तन, rapid change in the occurring in the shapes and sound. શબ્દના આકાર, શબ્દ લખવા, spelling meter, and sound means pronunciation, and ઉચ્ચારણમાં there was a change. But in the middle of the 16th century, there was a rapid change, but then it was stable up to the modern time. Those are the most, we can say there was a little bit of the changes occurred in the English language, in the written form, or we can in spoken form. But those are the rapid changes upon in the 14th to the middle of the 16th century. We can say the 1650, and then there was a little bit of the changes happened or took place in the English, we can say the language, or in English spoken language. And then here we can come to that discussion. Okay, in the beginning of our lecture, I asked the question, what is standard English, or what is good English? Okay, there was a little bit of change in English. Okay, in 16th century, we understand that. But here we have not get the answer of the what is standard English. So, and the ones in here, okay, there was a rapid change in spoken and we can say spelling and sound, or vocabulary sound of the, we can say up to 16th century. But is it the 16th century English is called the standard English? No. So what is the standard English, my friends? So here we can say, what is the good English? The question arises in our mind. And the second question, how does it differ from other form of English? Okay, I can speak English, is a standard, there is no grammatical mistake in it. But here can say the second question, how does, okay, everybody speak English, South Indian, American, British, even Gujarati, again, whatever that is speaking there. But we can say that large part of the world, population can speak English. Most of the country are professionals. We can say that a professional, professors, writer, poets, scientists, even the industrialists, they have to. We can move in the global. The world become the global for them. They can speak English. But how can we? But how the English is differ from other form of English? How the standard English is called? It is, we can say I speak English. Somebody say it is not standard English. So how my English is different from the standard English? It's the question that arises, dear friends. And that was the here we try to justify a small, try to little bit of understanding that. Then we can say that what is standard English? How does it differ from the other form of English? So here I can give you. In the sense, standard English or good English is of the educated class, usually without self-consciousness. This is the, I have to put the 3-4 dots. In means you understand that it is the half of the definition, not complete. And whenever we have to put in the beginning of the definition, those are the requirable points we have to use, and the rest of the words we have to leave. So then we have to put these are 3 or 4 dots. It means that, okay, the standard English of the educated class used without any self-consciousness. And further, what is in the definition? I have to try to read it there. You can read. It is presupposed that such educated people would have well assimilated the good tradition of English speech. Therefore, English speech by the educated class without self-conscious. But the educated class has also the good tradition of English speech. He has the how to speak in a good way. That must be in these educated people. Would have discipline enough to avoid vagueness or jargons or cliches, and would have developed their personality in such a way that to use the resource of the language fully. You can say that we can use that because sometimes some of the educated people, they are even if they are educated, but they are not, we can say, polished. Their behavior, they speak of life is a roughness. Even that we can understand that it is the educated people, the body language of the people, how to talk, how to behave, and how to use the word. There was a politeness in the words, sophisticatedness in the word. But they have to sometimes educated people, even then they behave very roughly, barely. And we can say that it is not, somebody have stopped that. This is the educated people. કારણ કે these એપ્લિકેશનો શું કહે શિક્ષિત વ્યક્તિ દ્વારા કોઈ પણ સજાગતા વિના જે ભાષા બોલવામાં આવે ઇંગ્લિશ એને એજ્યુકેટેડ એને સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ ઇંગ્લિશ કહેવાય. પણ કે સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ ઇંગ્લિશ એના પાસે એ ફૂલ્લી ઇંગ્લિશ સ્પીકિંગ ટ્રેડિશનની પરંપરાગત હોય. એનામાં કોઈના પણ વેગનેસ જાર્ગન્સ કોઈ પ્રકારનો મતભેદ કે કોઈ પ્રકારનો એ પ્રકારનું એના વર્તનમાં હોવું જોઈએ નહીં. બિકોઝ અધરવાઇઝ ઇટ નોટ ફૂલ્લી યુઝ ધ રિસોર્સ ઓફ ધ લેંગ્વેજીસ. Okay, so generally we can in a short communication standard English. Here the word comes educated class of the people, because a very traditional English speaks and use all the resources of the language. Now then, standard further we can try to understand this definition. The standard English is the subject. Okay, we can define the definition. Standard English is the English is spoken by the simply we dear my friend understand to us. Standard English is the English spoken by the educated class or educated people in any part of the world. Okay, here very well known about the we can say that elements of the language. Which are the elements of language? So we know about that. Generally we can say that sounds, pronunciation, grammar, spellings, and vocabulary. We can say the spelling, vocabulary, grammar, and we can say the sound of pronunciation. He can very well known about the educated people. But what happens there? The standard English subject will change and develop. And change and development. What happened there? Because in the 16th century or 17th century, those are educated people speak English and use the word. They are absolutely right during their time. But in 18th, 19th or 20th century, the time is going on. There are the development of the number of the words. We have to study it. In the last video about the development of dictionary. Dear friends, you understand from 1604 up to then 1928 the Philological Society published the dictionary. And what happened there? Every each dictionary has the adding the new words, accessibility of the new words from the we can say the global world of that, and somebody speak in the other area of that. The spelling is different. We can discuss about that. Someone said mogum, not someone said mom. Dialogue, you not dialogue. And these are the change in the language, we can say that.